All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are gearing up to get ready for the second fight here. We're bringing you guys some MMA action. It's going to be Darius Scott going up against Blandino Olivera. Darius Scott making his MMA debut as an independent fighter today, going up against the undefeated El Jefe, Blandino Olivera, holding an undefeated 1-0 record right now, representing Hellman's MMA. His debut victory came by a second round knockout about 2 months ago, back in May. So looking forward to seeing what he's going to do here against the debuting Darius Scott. I actually got the chance to talk to Darius earlier. He was very, very excited about making his debut today. Seemed like he was in good shape, ready to go. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to bring here in his debut.
See, we don't know what kind of fighter he's going to come in, what kind of skill set he's going to bring, because he's independent. So we don't know what school he's coming from, what camp he's coming from. So it's going to be interesting to see how he can come in and compete with somebody from Hellman's.
Absolutely. And I mean, fighters from Hellman's, you're going to see him again later tonight. Colin Walker, who's competing on the main card for the Youth Muay Thai Kickboxing title, also representing Hellman's MMA. Some high-level fighters have come out of there previously as well. Big names like former Vigilant Combat Quest Jiu-Jitsu champion, Pretty Boy Brandon Lopez, Playboy Brandon Lopez. Excuse me, I'm fumbling my words right now, brother.
I mean, you're so fired up.
I'm so fired up.
We saw a
I'm
beautiful
ready to
heel
go.
hook in this first fight, and it was executed
And it was
perfectly, and
so
it got
slick.
you ready for this. Yeah, it was quick.
We couldn't
All
stop
right,
talking
Tampa,
about it.
are you ready for the second fight of the night? Oh, this is the main event of the prelim card. The first fighter to the cage, he is a debut fighter, Darius Scott.
Now I'm really excited to see, what kind of fighter he is. There's some mystery. There's some, sense of wonder with him. Since we don't know what team he comes from, what he fights like. So this is going to be exciting to see.
Absolutely. I mean, we've come to get familiar with certain gyms. Certain gyms such as Futures MMA, who have produced really, really great Muay Thai kickboxers. We've been familiar with Death War, who have produced really, really great boxers and MMA fighters. And we have some of the places like Gracie, Tampa South, that are producing really great jiu-jitsu grapplers. So you come to expect a certain thing when you hear a certain coach or a certain gym title. So just as you're saying, there's a little bit of mystery behind this fighter, which really kind of gives him somewhat of an advantage when it comes into somebody who's already had a fight before in Blandino Olivera, because it doesn't give him something to look back on, something to try to study.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and his opponent, making his way to the cage, Blandino Olivera.
They call him El Jefe, the boss.
Thank you for telling me what that meant, because I was lost for a second. So correct me if I'm wrong, but we're going to see two different builds again. Blandino is a long, lanky 185, correct?
Yeah.
And then we see Darius Scott, who's a bit more
compact.
Compact, yeah. So it's going to be another competing body style.
Absolutely.
And that's what's beautiful about MMA. You see all kinds of people, all kinds of shapes, sizes, colors, and they're all coming in to practice this beautiful, wonderful sport of martial arts and try to be the best at it.
And here he is, El Jefe Blandino Olivera of Hellman's MMA.
Bit of a crowd favorite. So again, he won his last fight by knockout, and I expect him to try to do the same. He's looking confident, he's looking prepared. I think he's excited to bring some fireworks that we saw in that first fight with that heel hook. I think he wants to bring the opposite style of fireworks with a big knockout here.
No, absolutely. And I mean, that knockout came early on in the second round, and that was less than 2 months ago. It was back towards the end of May this year. And I mean, fresh off a knockout, fresh off of a debut victory like that, you got to be feeling good. 2 months later, he's had the time to train and get ready. Now is the time to see if he does it again. Let's send you up now to Big Boy for the official announcement and introduction of our fighters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your main event of the preliminary card. Introducing first, out of the Combat Quest blue corner, he is an independent fighter from Wisconsin, Darius the Assassin Scott.
Nicknamed the Assassin. Looking forward to seeing what the Assassin will do.
And his opponent, an undefeated fighter out of Hellman's MMA, with a record of 1-0, Blandino Olivera. This is a 185-pound MMA fight. Your referee in charge, Howard Padrino.
Shout out to Padrino, always coming in with the great officiating.
All right. Fighters with touch gloves, they're going to receive their final instructions from our official here. Fighters have agreed to no elbows.
Are you ready?
And here we go. We are underway with round one of your main event of the undercard. We have Olivera going up against Darius Scott here, and Olivera going for the takedown, but Scott trying to defend. Scott trying to go for the standing switch, blocked. Olivera giving a couple shots in there for good measure.
And Olivera came out fast and quick, ready to exhaust his opponent.
Right. Darius trying to get his hooks in. Might try to look for a guillotine.
That's what it looks like.
Beautiful takedown there from Olivera, but he's still holding on to that guillotine. That guillotine's on there pretty tight. Oh, it slipped out of it. Scott doing his best to fight back off the cage, but Olivera giving him a little shot there. Trying to keep the pressure on. See if he can hook that leg, but not sure if he's going to secure that.
And again, not only do these fighters not know much about each other, but they're also trying to feel each other out.
Great knees in the clinch there from Scott. But yeah, you're right. Just like you said, trying to figure each other out is always the first minute of a fight, really in any given combat discipline. Huge takedown again from Olivera. But Scott's not letting go.
Nice. He's like an anaconda the way he's
Scott has that cinched in there. He could finish that if he sits into it, but Olivera pops the head out. A nice right hand, 2 big right hands right out of the clinch. Scott might have him hurt here. He lands 3, 4 big right hands in a row. He's got to keep firing off if he wants a chance here because he had Olivera rocked. Olivera's going in for that clinch. He's going to win that every time, trying to shoot for those takedowns. He's already had 2 of them, but Scott had him on his back foot with those right hands. I don't know why he wants to get that guillotine. It looks like he's really going for it. I think that
guillotine did a little bit of work already, and that's why Scott was able to land those shots.
And Olivera with another takedown. And you're right, and that might have been the opening he needed, but Olivera trying to get an opening of his own here, trying to take the back of Scott. Scott doing a good job controlling the wrist on the right side, controlling the wrist on the left, making sure he can't take too many shots. Good head positioning. Scott's doing a really great job for a debuting independent fighter right now.
The thing is, though, with Olivera pushing that weight and really leaning into him, you can already see it's affecting his cardio, his endurance, and so I think that's part of the reason why he wasn't able to push with those punches.
Right. And Scott doing his best trying to weigh down on that neck.
And not only that, when you pull that guillotine, you're really cranking on it.
Right.
You're really trying to put them out. And so
Ooh,
that
right hand narrowly misses out of the clinch there.
And you can see there, Scott is tired.
Oh, big hand lefts there from Olivera. Scott not able to keep his hands up. Scott's tired. 10 seconds here in the first round.
To the next round.
Knee narrowly misses there from the clinch. Uppercut catches Scott, and he's running away, but might be saved by the bell here. It's just a little bit too late. Trying to secure that takedown with Scott not letting it happen.
And so that's one of the things about being an independent fighter. You don't have a big team of guys to go against to really wear you out and build that endurance.
Here's through the replays. There was some awesome knees here in the clinch. from Scott. We saw him try to secure that guillotine, and we thought it was in there. He was cranking here real good on the neck of Blandino, but Blandino picks him up, secures another takedown. I believe Blandino secured 3 takedowns in that time, but you see here, Scott continued to crank, lands clean rights here that started to rock Blandino a little bit, shoves him off, lands another big right, and just not able to capitalize, like you said. Might have just gotten tired. He tried to keep the distance with that left hand. If he would have charged up that right hand, we could have seen the end of the fight. But right now on the scorecards, with 3 takedowns to none, that's not really helping his case right now.
With big shots like those knees and those punches, it might be still a pretty even fight.
We're going to have to see what the judges' scorecards lie. And fighter's out of the cage. Might be done.
We're trying to figure out what's going on right now.
What happened?
I think this might be.
You got 2 seconds to get inside the cage. You lose the fight.
The crowd wants to see this action continue.
That's
it. I don't think I've ever seen something like that.
No, that's probably got to be a first here.
Actually, I've seen that when the great Deontay Wilder won a fight when his opponent didn't want to
got out of the ring.
Just got out of the ring. And so I guess that's something pretty similar. Pretty interesting turn of events.
And I mean, you know your own body's limits. You can see here he
All
was trying
right,
to make
ladies
that
and gentlemen,
decision, but Pedrino just had to make the call.
Your referee, Howard Pedrino's called it into this contest due to fighter not answering the bell. For your winner, out of the red corner, Blandino Olivera.
Interesting win added to your fight record.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a win's a win. I guess Olivera will take it either way. Undefeated 2-0, El Jefe. Let's get a word from
All right, folks, I'm standing here with your winner, Blandino. Blandino, you came in today with an MMA fight. You know, you came in with this MMA fight. There's no way to really train for what you feel in front of this crowd with the adrenaline. But how important is it for you to have that cardio and be able to go that distance?
Of course, you know, coming in with experience is definitely an advantage. You understand what your body can and can't do. So I'm not going to push myself too hard like I did in my first fight. So I took it slow, took it each round by round. Clearly, experience won this fight, and that's how it affected today's win.
Walk us through that first round and kind of how you were playing it out there, and what did you feel about your opponent and his pressure?
I felt my opponent was going to blitz me in the first few seconds, so I waited him out. Then I entered into the wall game, took him down a couple of times. I couldn't really switch my positions to a dominant jiu-jitsu position. He was strong, able to stand back up each time. My goal was to just wait him out, come in with some strong punches, take him to the wall, finish it on the ground.
Now I see you got a great coach over here with Gary Hellman. There's a lot of legends that have come out of the gym like Greg Ellis. How important is it to you to have such a great coach and a great structured gym to help you get to this point?
Common misconception, MMA is not a solo sport. It is a team sport, and it requires a great team to be successful, and clearly that's what happened today. I can't thank my team enough. Rocky, Coach, TK in the stands, Joe right here in my corner, all my training partners. I just love them all to death. You know, you need a good team. This isn't one-man sport at all.
Folks, you heard it from our winner, Blandino Olivera.
Blandino was a high-performing MMA fighter in that whole fight.